Good morning, it's a Monday again. It's the 18th of December and a week today it will be Christmas Day. I can't believe that. Feels weird. It doesn't seem right. From the 18th, a week's time will be Christmas Day. Weird. I am sitting doing some sewing. I'm finally getting around to finishing the pouches I've been talking about finishing for the past week. I've had a lot of trouble with my sewing machine this morning. It keeps on, the thread keeps breaking, the top thread. I had to get different thread, so I don't know whether it is the thread, but I've also given my machine a good clean, opened it up, given it a clean. I would recommend using cotton buds, just wet the end slightly and all the dust will stick to it. I mean, you can see there's a load of crap on that, lots of big lumps of fluff. So yeah, I opened my machine up, I even unscrewed some bits, the plate at the bottom, and lifted that out, and it was absolutely full of fluff from sewing. So I've given it a good clean, gave it a little oil, rethreaded it, and it seems to be okay now, thank goodness. The thing with the pouches is they're quite thick to sew through, so I don't think that helps either, but I think I've got it. So I've just finished stitching around the pouches. The next job is to turn them out, to trim around the edges and turn them out. So I'm going to go and grab a coffee now because it's just feeling like I need a coffee. I'm sitting with Green Lambkin's vlogs on while I sew, and the good thing about the job I'm going to do next is it's a quiet job, so I can just sit and listen to any chatting that's going on in the vlogs, because when I've got my sewing machine on I have to keep pausing the vlog when someone speaks. So I've got a nice quiet job to do for the next little while, and then it will be turning them out, ironing them, top stitching them finished, closing up the gap, and then sewing on a button, and then they'll be made. It's very dark today. I'm hoping I can take some pictures for my shop. I think I've got 5 pouches. Yeah, there's 5 there. This is the last sewing I'm going to do. I'm not going to do any more sewing this week. I'll let you know by the end of the video whether I've got them photographed and in the shop. If not, then it will be tomorrow. Yeah, I'm just pushing through. I feel like this is the last little push of work to get done, and then I can relax. I really want to get my Christmas jigsaw out, so I think I might try and do that later, although that being said, when it's really dark it's not ideal. And I'm just really enjoying watching Vlogmases. I love seeing what goes on in other people's homes and families, and just having them chat away and stuff. I just really enjoy it. I had a really nice relaxing weekend. It was relaxing but really busy, but I did make time here and there to sit for about an hour each day just watching vlogs, and it was lovely. I got through a bit more wrapping as well, and as you saw yesterday, made it out for a walk, which was so nice. The temperature here has really lifted over the past week. Yesterday it was 10 degrees, so when you step outside all wrapped up it's strangely warm. So the beach was really nice. It was windy and I did have my hat on, as you'll have seen, but it was just so nice to be out and for it not to be like horribly cold. It was just so good to get out. I love the beach. I might try and get another trip in this week to a different beach. Oh, just calms me so much, and I really needed that this weekend. This weekend I just did whatever I wanted. It was so nice. I've really needed that, and if you can find some time to do that for yourself, I would really recommend it. Joshua's back home tonight from his dad's. We are going to have a picky tea. If you don't know what a picky tea is, it's basically finger foods that you have for tea, like a buffet. So we'll have sausage rolls. What else have we got? Mozzarella sticks. I've got hummus dip and like a garlic and herb dip. So we'll have dips with, I've got cucumber and tomato and carrots because I do like to have a little bit healthy in there too. And we'll have the obligatory Christmas Pringles, and Joshua wanted pigs in blankets flavoured crisps, so we've got some like what's it type puffs. And I'll just raid the freezer, see what else I've got that can go in the oven. Probably like chicken goujons or something, just little nibbly bits. And that is a picky tea, and sometimes it's just the best tea ever, especially at Christmas, because we'll have crackers as well, and cheese and chutney and stuff like that, and you just sit and nibble away. And it's really nice if you have that like in the sitting room watching telly. I'm not sure if we'll do that tonight. And tomorrow night I'm going to plan a little mini Christmas dinner for us. I'm just going to have like chicken and gravy and stuffing and roast potatoes and sprouts, well, sprouts for me, and roast parsnips, and I'm looking forward to that already. We go to my mum's for Christmas dinner, so she does the cooking there, but it's really nice just to have another Christmas dinner at home. And we both enjoy that a lot. And pigs and blankets, of course. Right, I'm going to go get a coffee and then back to work. I'm going to make another Yule log for Christmas to take to my mum's so we can have it there. And we bought double cream the other day, but we forgot to check the date on it, and the date is the 21st, so I'm going to have to use it and buy another one for making the Yule log. And one of my favourite things to do with fresh cream, which is absolutely delectable, is to put it in a coffee. Oh, what a treat. So good. Completely unnecessary. Not the healthiest, but it tastes so good. It really changes the flavour of the coffee. It just really brings the flavour out. So good. I would really recommend trying it if you haven't already. Probably single cream would be better, but since I've got double cream, that's what I'm going to use. Also going to use it in a dish later on in the week. I saw Laura Penrose in her vlog. She made a dish last week or a week before, and I'm going to give it a try, and I'll show you, maybe show you it when I try it later on in the week. Postie's just been, and I've had another little Christmas card delivered. This gorgeous little cross stitch, and it's got little beads for the berries. It's absolutely beautiful, and that's from Sue. Thank you, Sue. I know you'll be watching. It's so lovely to know that someone thought of me to send me something. I'm just taking some photos of the pouches for my shop, so I'm just filling them up to show some of their potential. These things can hold a lot. Everyone that gets one is almost always so surprised at how much you can fit in them. So they've got a magnetic closure. I'll just show you it closed. And you've got a pocket up here, and it fits in my needle gauges perfectly, which was a happy accident. It's also lightly padded, so you can slot needles and pins into that to hold them for you. You've got a ribbon to hold whatever you want. I've got stitch markers on a bulb pin there, and I've got a pocket at the front with slots in it, so as you can see, you've got various bits and pieces there. You've also got room in the front, you could fit something else in there, and then you've got a big pocket here. I've got a notebook in it, So this is basically set up for like knitting and crocheting, but I think they'd make great pouches for journaling. You could fit a little journal in there and your glue roller, little scissors and loads of stickers and little embellishments. And if you got a little split ring, you could put it on there and you could attach your washies to it. Or you could attach washies, well, you can't attach washies to that because it doesn't come off. Yeah. But yeah, so many uses. I've got these ones going in the shop now. As I said, I'm not doing any more sewing this week. So if you wanted to get one, the sewing machine will not be going back on again now for shop stuff until next year. So yeah, now's your last chance to grab one if you want one. I've also had a delivery this morning of some new charms for some stitch markers, so I'm going to use it as an excuse to get a nice cup of tea. I've just scoffed a couple of Labe cooking biscuits and I'm going to stick some vlogs back on, and I'm going to set up here. I've bought everything that I need to make the stitch markers up in my little box here of goodies, and I'm just going to sit and make some of those up and just start to wind down really. The pouches have been photographed and I'm aiming to have them in the shop by the time you see the video. I've got a couple of Christmassy stitch markers here actually. I should really have ordered those months ago, but I'm not very good at planning that far in advance. I saw them and I thought I'll just get them, and they'll always keep till next year as well. So if I get them, I might get some of them made up and then get them photographed and get them in the shop as quick as I can as well. I am planning to go to the post office tomorrow, but my post office is very slow in actually processing the mail that I drop off, which is very frustrating because I get it out on time. It's them that don't. So I'm going to go to the post office tomorrow. Can't guarantee when it will begin to move, and I'll probably do another post office run probably Friday, which is when I normally go to the post office anyway, just to have everything out of the building really, my house that is, and on its way to you. And if it doesn't arrive this week, then I'm sure it will arrive next week or the week after, depending on where you live. If you're out with the UK, it might take a few weeks, as it normally would anyway. Anyway, I'm going to sit and enjoy just chilling and doing a little bit of crafting.
Let us gather round, for it's Christmas time. A merry sound and the stars alight. Let us all rejoice when it's Christmas time, and our hope again made new. In the crowded streets calling Christmas time, the ones we meet wear their warmest smile, and from far away we hear bells that chime, stating Santa won't be late. And deep in our hearts we will carry a song, heard through the ages from angels on high, Christmas light bring a special glow on a special night. Every child awake, for at Christmas time there is magic in the air.
This little rope bowl is one that I made ages ago when everyone was making them. I did try and attach some fabric. I didn't get on very well with making them though. Mine kept going really flat. I know you probably got to hold it at a different angle, but I just did not really enjoy making them. So I've got a few that look like these very strange flat dishes, but I've actually really been enjoying using it just now for keeping a hold of all my stuff. I was just looking for something while I was up here in the sewing room, and this was to hand. I had it sitting at the side with some stitch markers in it, but it's really handy actually, so I'm glad I found a use for it. It took me a while to get the right rope because I'd made a few beforehand, but the rope was so flimsy, the baskets were just really floppy. So this is probably the one I'm most happy with, and I do have two this sort of size. But yeah, they're handy just for having, and I did have mine sitting in the sitting room as well, because you're always looking for somewhere just to put stuff like some stitch markers or little tape measures and things like that. I just had them sitting out to hand, but I've brought them up here now when I sorted out my living room earlier this year. But I just wanted to chat about that because I'll probably get asked about it. I'm not going to be making them to sell. As I said, I didn't really enjoy making them, and I didn't think they turned out, I wasn't very happy with how they turned out. You can buy them from lots of other people as well, and I know Jules at So Sweet Violet makes them every now and then, and I am lucky enough to have one of her massive ones, and also a small one about this size. It's just so pretty, and she does it far better than I do. I feel like I should have put something on the end of that to stop it fraying. I'm not sure what, but yeah, so just wanted to show you. There's loads of tutorials on YouTube as well if you fancy trying it yourself.